It is Friday! Happy Fitness Friday, everybody. Welcome to Fitness Fridays with Tina Senna. I am doing all things holidays this month of November because I'm just cutting right to the chase today, this morning. Like, we're not messing around.
We're not beating around.
We aren't messing around
here.
You guys know that every month I kind of try to pick a little bit of a topic. And because the holidays are quickly approaching, although I'm in Texas right now and I really don't know what season it is because it's like 75 degrees.
And muggy and summer.
And I have to tell you a story. So last night I went out to dinner with some friends and they were playing Christmas music when we were walking in the restaurant. I was like in a tank top. I'm like, this kind of feels really good.
I know. Yeah.
Something feels really right about not being like this. I was really like taking the song in and enjoying it where I would have normally been running
my shorts and t-shirt.
What are you playing Christmas music for already? Oh my God.
There's no Black Christmas happening around.
I know.
Not happening.
So I'm sorry on my Midwesterners, but I'm gonna be there. I'm coming in hot. I'm coming in Saturday to Chicago to see all my Chicago and Indiana peeps. So I am gonna be busting out in Parker, Jessica. So, but because the holidays are quickly approaching, we are basically in the throes of them. It goes from Halloween to Christmas.
Pretty much.
And then we have one day of Thanksgiving in between. So I have been bringing to you, I come to you guys every day with like tips. I don't do tips.
Okay.
We do tricks and tips though, on how to just maintain a healthy lifestyle or start a healthy lifestyle. And so for the month of November, I wanted to bring in all of my health and professional friends and colleagues to give us their tricks and tips on how we can keep on track during the holiday season because it's hard. Some of us weren't on track to begin with, and now throw the holidays in and it gets worse. So you can actually, I don't ever tell anybody to try to start a program right now, but you can. It's not too late to dial it in and maybe now we can like hit something with you where you can start to be a little bit more mindful of what you're doing before the holidays approach because it is really habitual. It is once you start something, guys, and consistently do it, right? It's got to be consistent. Your habits really do change. It really does become easier. So I am with my new good friend, Jessica Walker. She is a lot of things. She's a lot of great, amazing things, but I can't even keep them all straight because she's got a lot of handles. But the handle we're going to use today is Certified Health and Nutrition Coach. And I'm going to let Jess go from there. So welcome and thank you for being here. She's welcomed me into her home, which I've been, touring myself. I put myself on my own. This house is amazing, guys. It really is.
Thank you.
Okay, so tell me and everybody about your background and how you got started.
Well, I come from a nursing background.
Okay.
Left nursing when we moved to New Braunfels about 7 years ago.
Okay.
And really kind of my passion towards health coaching took an interesting turn because I was working in cardiac. And so much of what we saw was really lifestyle based. We were dealing with heart issues, we were dealing with complications of type 2 diabetes, COPD, you name it, we saw it all. And so really in my mind, that's where it became very evident that there's a key point of this that we're missing, and that's education early on, because so much of what we saw and heard was, if I had only, and I wish I would have, and if I had only known, I would never be here. And so that's when it really clicked to me that we have an opportunity here to change a lot of families.
Yes,
through education
and lives. So we can both agree that the majority of health issues are self-inflicted.
Absolutely.
Self-inflicted.
Yes.
So we're doing it to ourselves. I've always said that expression, you're going to make yourself sick. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
You're going to make yourself sick. Not you're going to, puke. You're going to ultimately end up with diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart attacks, cancer, right?
Yeah.
So I'm appreciating what you're saying and agreeing, obviously, because that's what I've been preaching too. Like, y'all.
And so many people would say, well, I have a predisposition. This runs in my family.
All the more reason.
All the more reason to be mindful, because just because it's there doesn't mean you necessarily are going to go that direction. There are things that you can put in place
to actually avoid it.
Absolutely.
You can avoid it and be preventative.
Sure.
We always talk about prevention.
Yes.
So because it is. I have cancer in my family. I'm not, and even with a healthy lifestyle, it could still show up because stress is an issue.
Sure.
So it's me trying to be, and even more recently, Jess, because I've always, like, to me, the exercise and food has now become, that's a no-brainer. That's easy for me. But being more mindful and trying to do more meditation or more yoga. Like now I'm trying being more spiritual, getting alone with the Lord and reading some scripture and things like that. Those things I've had, aren't as natural to me.
Right.
So I've had, but I know what I know, and I want to do the work.
Right.
I want to apply it.
Right.
So I'm like, and so that's when I go to seek wise counsel even for myself and go, how can you help me with getting on a routine for reading scriptures every day, or getting to a place of meditation or whatever. So you all have to be willing to. That's because we're giving you free, really solid advice today and really easy tips that are totally. You don't have to be. You don't have to be anybody special to do this.
Absolutely honest, right? And a lot of what I have found, and kind of my rule of thumb as far as like nutrition coaching, is helping people dumb it down, because there is so much white noise out there and stuff's coming at you. Try this, you should do this, you should do this.
Marketplace confusion.
I mean, nuts.
I call that marketplace confusion, because what do you think about diets?
And it's just
it's
like it's paralysis by analysis. People there's so much coming at you, so you just do nothing. Or you do all of the things and then you just end up frustrated because nothing's working because you can't be consistent with it long enough. So, dieting, I hate that word in and of itself. I think it's really important to find what is your body going to respond to. Stop paying attention to what's working for everybody else. Because what works for your sister or your husband or your mom or whatever does not mean that your body is going to respond to it in the exact same way. So one of the things that I like to do with people when we talk about simplifying it down is I think anytime you're talking about whether it is a weight loss that you want 10 pounds, 100 pounds, if you're wanting sugar levels to go down or inches to go away, it's a journey. It's a journey to get you from where you are today to where you want to be. And I think so often...
Because it was a journey to get you there in the first place. Like it didn't happen overnight.
Right. And so I think so often people come out of the gate sprinting. And then they trip and fall and they're like, oh, well, this is not for me anymore. And so what I have to do is help them dial it back to go, what is going to be our first step? You got to have, every journey starts with one step. What is going to be the one area that we're going to focus? And we will whittle that down so simply and create it to where it's actually going to fit in their life. Because if I'm talking to... Because
lifestyle is important.
Totally.
If you're a nurse working the shift, because I had a lot of nurse clients. So it was like, if they were working 11 to 7, they weren't eating because they're like, I'm not supposed to eat at night. Yes, you are. Your day is from 11 to 7, so don't not eat after 7 o'clock. They were like, I'm not supposed to eat after 7 p.m. I'm like, no, yes you are.
And if I'm telling you,
lifestyle is important.
I talked to a busy mom yesterday, and I mean, she's got a full plate of life. She's caregiving for a whole lot of other people. And for me to say, hey, it's really important that you spend all day on Sunday meal planning for your week, and I need you to have 3 meals a day, there's no way it's going to happen.
What do you advise that mom? Because that mom might be watching right now. So that mom that's got 4 kids and she works 12-hour days.
Dial it back, dial it down. I think when we look at going, okay, I've got a meal plan for a week, I can't do that. Okay, meal plan for tomorrow. Don't go past 3 days.
Great advice.
Don't go past, the longest vision I want you to look at is 3 days. And one of the things I say is make it so super simple. If you already know a breakfast that you go to, because a lot of people, first of all, eat breakfast. If you're not a breakfast eater, please eat breakfast. Find a breakfast that's convenient for you, and then focus on a dinner. Focus on dinner and then make extra so you're not worried about lunch the next day. So I'm like, there's 2 meals a day that you aren't thinking about. If I can, and when I ask people, can you create 3 meals in the next 3 days? They're like, well, I can do that. Okay, perfect. That's what you're going to do. Breakfast is done. Lunch is going to be carried over from the night before. If you're one of those that life is crazy and you're like, well, we run through and grab stuff, portion control and knowing what your portion should be is huge because anywhere you go, if you're going out to eat at a restaurant, generally you're looking at 2 to 3 times the portion size you should actually be eating.
Oh, that's
one
true.
of the big things.
So restaurants do that.
Totally.
Yeah.
And even fast food at this point. Like if you're
Yeah.
in Texas and you're running
Super
through
size.
Whataburger, I mean their burgers are ginormous. Cut that burger in half, eat yours for dinner, postpone the other one, the other half for later.
Or
Lunch or a snack or something. Like don't eat it all in one fell swoop.
You know what I like to do? If we do a restaurant and we're, it's one of those weeks or whatever, we're overwhelmed, I'll actually order extra at the restaurant. Like I'll order the extra. Can you just make me so I'm like, I gotta cook right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got a chef at my disposal.
Exactly.
So I'll order dinner and then I'll say, and you know what, ma'am, can I just get a grilled chicken breast to go?
Yep.
Like, because I know
smart.
I'm not getting home tonight to make my food for tomorrow.
Right.
So, and I'm already at the restaurant, so I'm like, can you just make me a grilled chicken? I mean, like, I can get my hands on some vegetables or a piece of fruit or whatever to have with that.
Yeah.
But I've told it to people too, and I've said, if y'all are grilling out on Sunday, or you are making a chicken breast, make 2 more.
Make extra.
Like, you just gotta put 2 extra in the oven.
Yes.
Or whatever. So just be thinking, because I don't think anybody's trying to think.
Oh,
right?
no.
They're getting overwhelmed. So, but I like what you're saying. Just think about today and like the next day.
Yes. Don't
think about the whole
yourself.
week. Because we do see that. We see everybody meal prepping on Sunday and they got like 19 containers.
Yes.
I think that freaks everybody out.
Totally.
When they're like, holy crap.
Yeah.
They got their whole table full of like meals.
Yeah.
And we don't see anybody really post those consistently, by the way.
No, and they'll do that. And
I
they'll
see
break
one
with
person
it.
post like their one time that they did that.
Yeah.
Remember that one time I did that meal prep?
Killed it.
Killed
that
it.
down.
As soon as
That
those 19 meals are gone, I never did it again. Right?
Totally. But
So,
it's,
I like how
and
you're
sitting
saying
down at a restaurant, immediately when they bring your food out, tell them to bring a to-go box. Box it up, half of it, box it up, because if it's sitting in front of you, people will pick.
Yeah.
They're talking to their family,
Yeah.
and they'll pick and pick and pick, and then you're like, oh God, I ate the whole plate.
Now, something else I'll say, just because we're on restaurants, I always say make sure that I'm always telling y'all, make sure you're having just a little bit during the day, because some people I feel like, oh, we're going to Gristmill tonight.
Yes.
Like I'm not eating all day because
Yep.
I'm eating the whole chicken fried stuff.
Yes.
Don't do that.
Girl,
Don't.
yes.
Stop
And
it.
that is the
Have an
Thanksgiving
apple.
thing.
And this is why we're getting to
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. Because I said, everybody waits, like they don't eat for a week.
Yep.
Because they're like, I'm going to my Nana's and
I'm eating all the pies.
I'm going to have all her pies. Because we were just saying before we got on, we're like, the holidays are coming, all everybody cares about is food. They don't care to go see their family unless it's going to be Aunt Tony who's coming with the fruitcake.
Nana gets a high five.
Nana,
It's
high
like,
five.
where's the dessert
Did you
now?
make the mashed potatoes? Hi, how are you? I miss you. Are the mashed potatoes ready?
Mm-hmm.
So, but what I want to just say about that is we're always saying eat a little bit throughout the day.
Yep.
Like always. Have some fruit, have some nuts, have some other little things with you to grab. Make sure you're eating the breakfast. And then the other things, the middle of the day counts, y'all. It doesn't have to be a big sit-down production meal, a whole big lunch. But if you're not doing that, then have little snacks of something so you're not ravenous by the time you get to the dinner.
Yep.
And when you get to dinner, I'm big on order me a water, start drinking water, and I want the menu now, and I want to order right now. I don't let the waitress go too far,
Yeah.
because I don't want to sit here and get the chips and the bread. I'm like, don't bring the chips, don't bring the bread,
Yeah.
start bringing me my food.
Yep.
So
Yep.
let's order now.
Yeah.
Even when you're with a group, I think it's super important to say, can we just see the menus now? Let's get our meals
Yes.
like ordered and out of the way.
Yeah.
That's done, and you're not sitting there like I said, right? Like you want to, because you're starving.
And you hit a big point, is hydration. I
Yeah.
think so many of
Yeah,
us,
yeah.
I mean, we walk in, the majority of us are walking around chronically dehydrated anyway.
Yes.
And so dehydration can disguise itself as hunger.
Mhm.
And so especially this time of year, water.
Yes,
If
guys.
you're sitting down at the table, you nailed it. Get you a water, start drinking your water. Water is gonna fill up some space in it.
Yes.
Another great thing is go ahead, if you know it's gonna be a little while, order a water and a side salad.
Okay.
Get your salad in because you're
Agreed.
getting some fiber in there, and that's going to help
Start filling you up.
filling some
Start
gaps
filling you
as
up,
well.
yeah.
You're not going to eat as much. That's a great rule of thumb too
Mhm.
for Thanksgiving Day. Is oh my word, get up and eat breakfast.
Yes.
Start kind of getting your day going,
Yeah.
and then plan some activity. Like
Yes,
if you're going to
yes.
wolf down Thanksgiving lunch, so like here's the one thing. Like one day in your life did not bring you to where you are right
That's
now.
right. That's
One day
right.
is not
That's
going
right.
to undo all of the
right.
good.
Sure.
And so keep that in mind. Like, enjoy your time, because your body actually does process food and nutrition differently if you're stressed out about it. If you're sitting there eating Nana's pie and you're like, this is the worst.
This is gonna be
This
bad.
I'm gonna
Not
gain
gonna
5
end well.
pounds tomorrow.
Right.
Your body is actually going to process that food differently.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's
And so it's important to go, be mindful, enjoy yourself, have fun, don't overdo it. Like, there's going to be leftover turkey. You can have some later.
Right.
Nobody's going to yank it away
And
from
you know what I've always did? I always liked, because that's Thursday, Thanksgiving's Thursday, so I do my workout. I always work out on Thanksgiving, but Thursday, Thanksgiving, have a little bit of the pie or the treat or whatever that is that you're waiting for. And then I take the leftover. I still work out Friday, I still work out on Saturday, and then I have that. I have one more day I get to cheat, right? Like, I'll say I'm going to have the leftover on Saturday or on Sunday or whatever day I deem it. Because I still have something now to look forward to. It's not just the one day.
Yes.
Because I think everybody does that too. It's like, that's the only day you're going to get that pie.
Yeah, so you just wolf
So
it
you
down.
just wolf it like you're going to the electric chair. So it's like, it's not the last supper. You're going to have another one.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of my tips, is to just, whatever that meal, like I said, whatever that treat is, if it is the mashed potatoes, if it is have some of them that night, and let your brain know you're going to get these again.
Yes.
You don't have to eat them all today.
Yeah.
You're going to get them again on Saturday or on Sunday or whatever.
Because we can just demonize food. And we can go like, oh, this is going to, I've got to eat it now, or it's going to be gone, or it's going to make me fat. And like all of the things
Which
that we
is all
tell
emotional.
ourselves.
It's all tied
completely
to emotions.
And so that's why I say, like, go in, do the necessary tips to help you not get to a point where you're overeating, because you're exactly right. That's what all of us at one point in time were like. I mean, lunch is happening, and I'm not going to eat for 24 hours before. I'm going to town when I get there, and then I'm going to be miserable for the rest of the day, and then we beat ourselves up. Well, I didn't
so the emotional roller coaster
It's
starts.
just a mess. So just do the necessary steps. Go in, enjoy your time with your family, enjoy the food that you've been blessed to have sitting in front of you, and go on about your day. Go for a walk that afternoon.
Yes, try. I like that you said. But let's get to this, because I think, look at this beautiful display she's got back here. Y'all, we just wanted to really touch on, we got some time here, we wanted to really touch on the last 10 minutes. Breaking it down, because Jess and I are always talking about how we make it so difficult. People really don't know, right? There's 4 macronutrients. There's carbohydrates, proteins, fat, and water. 4 macronutrients. You need all 4 of those to survive and to live and to function well. So that's when the whole diet thing comes in. Like, we don't eat carbs, we do eat carbs, don't eat. People don't even really know what it is. I always say, where's your protein coming from? Because I think that's the lost macronutrient that everybody.
Totally.
Now, we're in a day and age where everybody's about the protein. Now we're losing the carbohydrate.
Right.
So it used to be protein was what nobody was thinking about. Now everybody's thinking about protein and nobody's thinking about carbohydrates.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of going to bat for carbohydrates today a little bit, but know what carbohydrates are. Understand the sugar carbohydrate thing. I think maybe touch on that, Jess.
Well, so that's really the thing.
Confusion, right?
It is confusion. And so I think a lot of people, the issue is, when we talk about education, is that people don't know what falls into what category.
Yes.
So when I ask people, what are you using for your protein? 9 times out of 10, it's not even a protein. They're like, oh, I'm eating this. I'm like, that's not a protein.
Right.
And so people are getting in trouble. So when they start demonizing carbs are a necessary, good macronutrient for our body that we have to have. It's user error. Like, that's why people get this carb phobia. Is because we don't know what we're doing.
Right.
We don't know what we're eating. Into that
you don't know what you're eating.
Yeah. And so it's really important to understand what that is. So when we talk about the sugar, one of the things, so I teach nutrition workshops that really like dial nutrition down to like 6th grade health class. So simple.
Yeah.
But being able to identify what falls into what category is huge if you're looking to achieve certain goals in your nutrition. But one of the things that is notoriously like mixed up and messed up within that, so what I do is I mix all this food up. We have proteins, fats, and carbs in here. And so what I have people do very interactively is to work together to classify what they think falls into what category.
Cool.
Now, I've done hundreds of these, and I have never once had anybody
nail it off.
Never.
No.
And so the thing that we always see, so just kind of touching on the high points of this, is that people will take cake, cookies, and we're talking about this specifically because you're going to see this.
You're going to see this, yeah.
Because you've got these sweets, and people will put them in the fats category.
Okay.
Because they assume that foods that make you fat have a lot of fat.
Right.
That is not the case here. So when you're talking about sugar-filled foods, these are carbohydrates, okay? So sugar becomes sugar in your body, creates sugar spikes, creates insulin, can create insulin resistance, the whole gamut. These fall into the carbohydrate category.
In the bad carbohydrates.
Right.
These are like the not serve your body carbohydrates.
Right. These do nothing for you. So when we're talking like, I usually say, you want to look at your foods like traffic light. Like green foods, which are go, 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 are your fruits and vegetables. Like nobody, I've never heard this. If you can prove me wrong, like I would love to know. No one has ever become obese because they ate too many blueberries. Or strawberries,
which you're gonna hit on is because people go, well, there's sugar in fruit.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So explain the difference with that sugar versus the banana sugar versus the cake sugar.
Yeah. So you're gonna have starchy carbs. You're gonna have non-starchy carbs. Now, when you talk about sugars as carbohydrates, these do nothing for your body positively. You know, when you're talking about cakes and things like this,
they do
no nutritional value to you whatsoever. That is why I say these are red light things. Now, I'm never going to tell somebody, don't eat that. Because if you tell somebody you can never have a piece of cake, guess what's going to happen the first time they eat cake? You're going to eat it all. So this is a red light food. This is something that you just stop and think about, is this going to serve me? If the answer is yes in the moment, because it's Nana's pie, do your deal. Just don't eat all of the things and don't eat it 4 times that day. Pick your one and enjoy it.
And quick sidebar, if they've had some other food, they're not going to even want to eat as much.
Right.
Because you've been eating throughout the day. So
exactly. Nailed it. Okay, so the other one, we'll put ice cream in that spot. But then you're looking at things like broccoli and asparagus, and I'm going to use iceberg lettuce, but really anything that you would find on like a dinner side salad. These are carbs, yes. These are non-starchy carbs. So these are not going to cause reactions in your body the same way that eating a piece of cake would, or a baked potato. So when you're looking at baked potatoes, when you're looking at oatmeal, these things are going to react in your body differently because they are starchy carbs. Okay, still things that you need. But I want to just point out, look at, this is an appropriate serving size of either one of these. So what happens a lot of times is I'll have people that will go to a restaurant and they're like, well, I had a steak and a baked potato with no butter or sour cream or anything on it. Why is that bad? Well, for one, their steak was like this big and their baked potato was giant. And just because it's a baked potato with nothing on it does not mean that that's not 4 or 5 times the carbohydrate serving size that you need. So knowing your serving sizes is really, really important.
Yeah.
So basically when you're looking at a carbohydrate, having anything that will fit in your palm, so like the circumference and the depth of your palm is a serving size. So when we talk about like the yellow light foods, that's where these things fall in. Because if you're eating whole grains are a necessary, you need to have some fiber, you need to have some whole grains in your diet. You just need to know how much.
Yes.
Because any good thing in the wrong amount makes it not really a good thing.
Yeah.
So keeping that in mind.
Good point.
But the other thing, one of the other things I like to point out is when you're looking at, so this is raisins and grapes. This is a serving size of each. So if you're going, okay, I need a snack that's going to get me the most bang for my buck. I mean, it's essentially the exact same fruit.
Yeah.
Processed differently. Okay, so understanding like you're going to get far more from this than you would be, from
the raisin. Yeah.
But you know what? This is a serving size of blueberries, and it's large. I mean, it's a hunk of blueberries.
Yeah.
So really just kind of knowing what falls into what category. Here's another one that this is a half of a banana. Okay, so most people will eat a giant banana. If you go to the store today, like bananas are giant. This is a half a banana, and that fits in your palm. That is 1 serving of carbohydrate.
Right, because people overdo, like that's what we're saying. There's some people too that are like, okay, it's a banana.
Yeah.
Like it can't hurt me, like it's a good thing, and they've had 2 or 3 bananas throughout the day.
Yeah.
Because I'll look at food logs and I'm like, you had sugar all day.
Right.
Like it's sugar, and then people start to freak out about, I thought it was a good sugar.
Right.
Is it a bad sugar? Is it a good sugar?
Yeah.
So you're suggesting, Jess, that we need the sugars. Like
Yes.
what's an ideal day for you look
Okay.
like for people?
Well, what I tell people, kind of the general rule of thumb, is that nobody, unless you are doing extreme workout,
Exercise,
needs more than 2 servings of carbs per meal. So your body cannot process more than 30 carbs within a 2 to 3 hour span.
Right.
So what's happening is
You gotta go through synthesis.
you have people that are coming in, and this is a serving size of oatmeal. So for example, this is what I see a lot. A serving size of oatmeal that's about 3 times this big, and sliced up bananas, and they have that on there, and then they're having, maybe putting some milk in it, or, piling other things on it. By the time you look at this is 6 or 7 servings of carbohydrates. And people wonder, like, why do I drop, like I'm hungry an hour after this, or I'm so tired in the mornings? It's because your blood sugar levels have spiked. Here's the thing in breakfast, like there's a reason they call it breakfast. You're breaking a fast.
Yes.
You have gone all of these hours without eating, and then if you're pumping yourself full of carbs, those blood sugar levels spike, and what comes up must go down. And that's why people are dog tired at 9:30 or 10 o'clock in the morning, and they're over caffeinating themselves to adjust.
Because you want a protein in the morning.
Yes.
It's just, do you like a balance, Jessica? Like I should have a protein, a carb, and a fat every meal, or what's your rule of thumb?
Well, my rule of thumb is always at breakfast a protein.
Okay. Always a protein.
Whether you're doing a protein shake, if you're doing a bar.
Is that exercise? No exercise, doesn't matter what you're
just
doing.
In general, get a
So
protein in. But the thing is what people generally, if you look at like kind of the American breakfast, most people are just carbing themselves.
Yeah, it's like a
through
cereal or an oatmeal or a bar.
So, which is fine if there is carbohydrates and a protein and some fat in there. So rule of thumb is never eat carbs by themselves.
Okay.
Because you are going to have those spikes that happen, and then, like I said, that's what causes the roller coaster of energy.
Where the protein is going to sustain you
longer, or the healthy fats. So if if you're going to have a carb, put some protein in there, or put some healthy fats in there. If you're doing all natural nut butters or avocado or things like that. Put that in with it, because some people are like, I have to have toast in the morning, and I'm like, well, fabulous, have toast, put some avocado in it. I'm gonna whatever.
Well, have a hard boiled egg, like have an egg, something with it.
Yeah. And so that's my thing. I'm an egg. We go through eggs at this house like crazy.
Okay.
But knowing too, if you're looking at a protein serving, that's 20 grams of protein. It's 1 protein serving. Now an egg has 6 grams of protein. So when you're looking, like if you're just getting protein from eggs, I mean, you're looking at 3 eggs.
You need more eggs.
You need more eggs.
I agree.
Yeah. So it's really
And those are something too easy to prep. You just gotta throw them and boil them in water.
Totally.
Like so you can have them. That's just an easy meal prep. I always say have some hard boiled eggs on hand. And you can even buy them in the bags now at the store. They made it that much more convenient. But or it doesn't really take long to scramble an egg. And if you have to scramble that the night before, that's going to take you 2 minutes, and throw it in the fridge and then microwave it later or whatever.
There's so many easy ways to do eggs and have them readily available.
And a shake is always another good protein in the morning.
Yes.
Right?
Put some healthy fat in there if you need to. Or, one of the things that we do in this family is anytime we do a protein shake, we do a handful of spinach in it.
Yes, my favorite.
You cannot taste it.
No.
I have a 13-year-old and a 9-year-old, 2 boys that drink spinach-filled shakes.
Yeah.
And nobody...
They're tasteless, but they're tons of fiber and tons of nutrients. And then what do you think about carbohydrates throughout the day? So don't do it at breakfast as much.
Well, you can do it at breakfast, but just pair it with a protein or fat.
Okay.
Carbohydrates through the day. And some people...
Or food throughout the day. What's the rest of the day like for you?
So what I generally do is I try to bulk the majority of my... If you're doing more like higher carbohydrate. So for me, like if I'm doing bread, like, and I do brown bread. I mean, that's kind of the rule of thumb around here. We do whole grain bread. If I'm doing bread, or if I'm doing
like rye, pumpernickel, all the dark breads are good.
Dark breads because they're more nutritious. But I'll do those within 30 minutes after a workout.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the rest of the day for me, because I know that my body is sensitive to carbs.
Yes.
So I will go non-starchy carbs. I will do fruits and vegetables
the rest of the day.
Right. If I am going to do something bread-based or pasta-based or rice or things like that, I will do that within 30 minutes. After a workout, I work out in the mornings.
Okay.
So that's kind of my general.
And that's really to just replace the glycogen and the sugars that you've used, because we do need those carbohydrates for energy. So she's zapped her energy. She's replacing her glycogen and her energy stores to get the blood sugar and insulin back to normal levels.
And to get repair. To help repair those muscles afterwards.
Okay, cool. And then we're coasting through the rest of the day with like fruits and veggies.
Fruits and veggies, you know, a good rule of thumb, protein throughout the day. I mean, really, like anytime you sit down, for me, it's have a protein and have some sort of a vegetable. Now, that can look differently if you're doing a salad, if you're, have vegetables sauteed. I like to pre-make a bunch of sweet potatoes. I like to do that. And then I'll do sweet potatoes with scrambled eggs for breakfast. I know that sounds really weird.
I love that.
It's delicious.
Love that. It's delicious.
And then I'll throw in a couple little slices of avocado. So I'm getting a protein, a fat, and a carb in the morning. But I'm really trying to keep it as much like a vegetable-based protein carbohydrate situation. All through the day, if I can.
So your greatest tip then for the holidays is that everyone just kind of be educated, right?
Yes.
First of all, that's what we've been trying to do for y'all. So if you have any questions, keep sending them in. Jessica and I are happy to help them or to answer them. We'll do that throughout and I'm going to give them your information.
Awesome.
So you're going to have Jessica's information, how you can contact her directly if you have any other questions or you missed something today. I will always send you a Fitness Friday recap. But our greatest tip for, email for the Fitness Friday recap, guys. We'll recap this too. So email subscription, you'll go to Sensational Life to just subscribe to the emails, and then you'll get that as well. But you'll get that information, you'll get Jessica's information. But the greatest tip for holidays for you is saying eat breakfast.
Have plans some activity in your day. Whether that's a turkey trot in the morning or just a walk
or
after lunch
or me and Diana, I'm coming for you. Okay.
And then hydrate.
Yeah.
Just and ultimately, I think give yourself some grace.
Yes.
In knowing that this is one day, like enjoy your time with your family. This is a day about giving thanks. It's about blessing. It's not a day about bashing your decisions and body shaming for the rest of the day. That's not what this holiday is all about. Knowing that one day is not going to undo the work. Friday is a brand new day. And
another day to get activity. Like I said, make sure y'all are planning your activities for Friday and Saturday too. What are you going to do to kind of get back on the exercise track so that you can keep your body moving? Because that does also help with the digestion process and what you just did, what you're doing with that food. What you're doing with that food, use it.
I mean, studies are showing across the board that if you will walk, they call it postprandial walking. If you will walk within 30 minutes post-meal for at least 10 minutes, it levels out blood sugars significantly. So if you're having a big lunch, have your lunch, go for a walk afterwards, help with digestion and help get those blood sugar levels down so you don't have the turkey crash in the afternoon.
Awesome.
So.
Okay, I am so grateful. I'm so grateful for you for coming in. Or I came in. I came in hot. I just walked right in here and made myself at home. I'm going to stay and have some eggs and sweet potatoes because that sounds delicious. Thank you all so much. I want to wish you all a happy and blessed holiday. I know Jessica does as well. Have a wonderful weekend. Know your carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. We're here to help you with that. If you have any other questions, ask us. We love you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.